Hello everybody, I'm here with my severe weather outlook for today. The other video I'm doing today, which is the Invest 94E outlook, is going up before this video, so please go watch that if you have not. But this forecast is only for today. I'm trying to minimize the size of my videos because I'm trying to make them better but smaller. Because I don't want them to be like 20 minutes long, as a lot of people don't have time to see that, but. So for the outlook today, we have an enhanced risk for parts of North Dakota and Minnesota. We have a slight risk for parts of North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. And then we have another slight risk that goes through New Hampshire, parts of Vermont, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, some parts of Northern Virginia, and Maryland and Delaware. I probably already said Delaware, but. And then we also have an area of marginal in Texas and Oklahoma over here, an area of marginal going through Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Wyoming, Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Another area of marginal stretching all the way from Virginia up through New York. So, pretty active severe weather today. But we also have we actually have a decent risk for tornadoes. We have a 10% area, which is the highest we've had since Tuesday last week. Tuesday one day, sorry, I forgot which day it was, but it would have been Tuesday last week, but yeah, we have a 10% chance. Not this. Tuesday the 18th, I think. Yeah, Tuesday the 18th. That was the last time we had a 10% risk, but 5% is around that in parts of South Dakota, North Dakota, and Minnesota, and 2% in Minnesota, South Dakota, and North Dakota. But it looks like North Dakota will have the highest tornado risk today, and only not much big population centers, but Jamestown, Valley City, in Valley City, North Dakota, you have a 10% chance for some tornadoes. But wind damage is definitely a possibility. There is a 30% in hail, especially in North Dakota. There's a hatched risk and a 30% area. But now we can go time this out. You can see if we go to the NAM3K model. The NAM3K model says the storms will be more of a derecho effect with some large hail, or a very large squall line. You see they will really start getting going in parts of South Dakota, even in Saskatchewan up there. And I think it's Manitoba. I'm sorry, I think. I don't know my Canada areas, but I think that's Manitoba. But as we go throughout the day, this is later tonight. This is about 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You can see there. You can see very large hail in these, and you can see especially the one going through southern North Dakota and central North Dakota looks very strong in this area right here. Could see some very strong storms tonight. And if we put the clock later, this is 10. Really looks like a really good line going down like this. But 11. Well, at 11 o'clock, you maybe see some very strong storms. After it, you can see some strong storms, or maybe a brief spin-up tornado. But there's likely going to be individual supercells in North Dakota and South Dakota and maybe Minnesota that will fire up with the tornado threat. But then as we go throughout the night, like about maybe, say, 11 or 10, will likely be a derecho threat with a few spin-up tornadoes. You can see a pretty good derecho coming down here likely, or maybe a strong squall line. You can see this derecho will last throughout the night. This is 6Z, so this is 1 a.m. See the NAM3K model says 2 very large C's right there, and that indicates very strong winds still going through central Minnesota and possibly maybe some on the south side in South Dakota that could have some tornadoes, maybe some brief tornadoes. But as you go throughout, it will even get stronger. As it hits through Wisconsin, it may even get stronger. You can see this part of the storm is still very strong, and this is almost when the sun's coming up. This is when the sun is coming up right now, and it's already going into portions of Iowa. You can see it still going strong. And then it'll kind of dissipate throughout the day, but it could still be severe. Maybe a very isolated, brief EF0 tornado could possibly happen in Illinois and maybe Missouri, but that is what the NAM3KM model says. Now we're going to take a look at the HRR model. The HRR model says different. Okay, so the HRR model, you can see storms will likely fire up. Same in North Dakota. A little bit north, they will fire up. But then It's not predicting a big derecho. Only some storm, maybe some severe storms, and maybe a brief spin-up tornado could happen in northern Missouri, and probably not much strong tornadoes. This doesn't even say, but there could be maybe a strong tornado in this area in North Dakota. Is pretty much what the high resolution rapid refresh model says, or the HRRR, whichever we prefer to call it. But it doesn't say these storms will make it down there. But then again, this is 14Z, and they're moving into Wisconsin, still pretty strong. So both models say that anywhere in pretty much this area, not that area, I'm sorry, in this area could see a chance for some bad storms tonight. So, but that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you'll have a good rest of your Saturday, and bye.